One of the problems with recruiting for investment banking is not the knowledge or skills you acquire, but the access to talk with real investment bankers to put your best foot forward. Our sponsor, WSO Academy, can provide those connections with 60 head mentors who are finance professionals at top firms like Goldman, Centerview, and JP Morgan. Imagine being able to get on the phone within 24 hours with one of the Academy's 1,300 mentors right before a critical interview. Get on the waitlist for WSO Academy today by clicking the link in the show notes or by visiting wallstreetoasis.com/academy. All right. Welcome to Investment Banking Insights. This is the only show dedicated to helping you learn both the technical and non-technical aspects of investment banking. My name is Alex Mason, and I am your host, reporting live from Ithaca, New York. Hope you're having a great day or evening, whatever the case may be. And I'm just excited to come here and share with you some more lessons, things that I'm learning. We're growing here together, just trying to learn one little new concept every day. And you know what? Before long enough, it all adds up to something amazing. And you'd be amazed at how much you know at the end of 3 or 4 months if you just keep studying a little bit every single day. And today I want to talk to you about valuation. We're going through some more advanced valuation concepts as of late. And today we're going to talk about that. So today's question is this. Walk me through a future share price analysis. Walk me through a future share price analysis. Now, first of all, definitions are always helpful here, right? So what is a future share price analysis? Well, it's when you figure out the present value of the future share price of a company. So you have a company that is publicly traded and you want to figure out in the future how much those shares are potentially worth. Well, how do you do this? Well, since we're talking about present value, you should already know by now that the time value of money calculations are definitely going to come up here. So let's go ahead and talk about the steps one by one. So first of all, we want to look at our publicly traded comparables. You can usually see the paradigm by now. We're usually just referencing existing data in some form. Sometimes it's precedent transactions. Sometimes it may even be another model or assumptions from another model. In this case, we're looking at publicly traded comparables relative to the target. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at a specific ratio. In this case, we're going to look at the price to earnings ratio of these companies. And once we do that, we're going to find the median price to earning or PE value within this data set. Now, as a reminder, the P in price to earnings stands for price per share, and the E is representative of earnings per share. So price per share divided by earnings per share, that's how you get that multiple. A very common valuation multiple that's kind of a good, quick and dirty look at how expensive or cheap a company is. Now, we can then come up with an estimate of our target company's future earnings per share, or EPS for short. Basically, the company that we're looking at for our deal, how much do we think it's going to profit in the future? And not just profit in general terms, such as net income, but profit on a per share basis. And this is very important that we look at it on a per share basis because we want to compare apples to apples when we're looking at PE ratio and the profit, the earnings per share. So go ahead and project your earnings per share figure. And then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply that PE ratio, that median value that we came up with from our data, from our comparables, multiply it with the future earnings per share figure. Now, what does this give you? Well, earnings divided by the share multiplied by your price per share divided by your earnings per share gets you what? That gets you your future price per share of the stock. So that's what you get. That's what you anticipate as your future share price for this company. But hold up, we can't stop there because this dollar amount in the future isn't representative of how much money we would need to pay today in order to get that future value. So we need to discount it. Discount this share price back to the present. And you already know from the DCF sections, all those questions that we've done, that when we're discounting, we have to come up with a rate, some kind of reasonable discount rate that we can use that we think would be useful for this purpose. And I'll leave it up to you to figure out what that discount rate should be, but come up with one. And then the result is, once you apply that calculation to find the present value, you can just use a financial calculator to figure this out. That'll give you the present value of whatever that future share price is for the target company. And then voila, you have a present value of your future share price for the company that is based on valuations of comparable companies today, as well as based on whatever you chose as your reasonable discount rate. So that's what you're going to do. Now, the cool thing about this is we don't have to confine ourselves with this method to one set of inputs that gives us one output. We can play with this a little bit. We can play with the range of price to earnings ratios and the range of discount rates in order to get a range of share prices. And what this is called is a sensitivity analysis. Sensitivity analysis. And we can map this out in a table, very simple table. Just imagine the columns are different discount rates, ranging from a low discount rate to a high discount rate, and then rows of different PE ratios, from a low PE ratio to a high PE ratio. And then, of course, where those columns and rows intersect are the cells of the table, and those cells have the resulting share prices in them. So that can give us a big picture of what the present value of the future share price is for the target company in our analysis. All right, so that's how we would look at this future share price analysis. Again, similar to our last episode, this is really applicable for publicly traded companies because we can actually get per share data for those companies. But with private companies, you may want to use a different method. Okay, so that's what I got for you today here on Investment Banking Insights. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're loving life and having an incredible morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever is applicable to you at this very moment. Thank you again for the messages, for showing me love on LinkedIn. Thank you for rating the show, for spreading the show. We're continuing to grow. And I'm just really grateful that there's so many people who are interested in investment banking just in general, and also people that I'm able to serve and help through this show. So thank you so much, and kudos to you for helping this show spread. All right, I will see you next time on Investment Banking Insights. My name is Alex Mason. I'm your host. Take care.